Another headline today, another U.S. military strike on a suspected drug boat out in the Caribbean. This time, 4 people left dead. Now, this latest hit ordered by Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth during a time of congressional scrutiny into a total of 22 boat strikes that have so far killed 87 since the month of September. This latest strike happened as lawmakers questioned Navy Admiral Frank Bradley about a so-called double tap strike on September 2nd. The first strike in that case left 2 survivors. Well, lawmakers yesterday saw video of those 2 survivors in the water and then later saw the killing in a second follow-up U.S. strike. The meeting was behind closed doors, so we only know what lawmakers say happened inside the room from their accounts as they left. But one revelation, despite reports by the Washington Post to the contrary, Admiral Bradley told lawmakers Secretary Hegseth did not issue an order to, quote, kill them all. Listen to 2 lawmakers, one a Democrat, the other a Republican. Both saw the same video, but they saw it through much different eyes.
What I saw in that room was one of the most troubling things I've seen in my time in public service. You have 2 individuals in clear distress, without any means of locomotion, with a destroyed vessel, who were killed by the United States.
I saw 2 survivors trying to flip a boat loaded with drugs down for the United States, back over so they could stay in the fight.
So yesterday, California Democratic Congressman Ted Lieu posted on X this: the Department of Justice must open a war crimes investigation. Video evidence now appears to confirm a war crime occurred. Congressman Lieu joins us live right now. Thank you so much for being with us on CBS News 24/7. I'm interested in your perspectives, not only as a member of Congress, but also because of your history and service as a JAG or a military lawyer. Pointed question right off the top. You say the video appears to confirm a war crime occurred. Have you seen the video yourself, and how have you come to that conclusion?
I trust Ranking Member of the House Intelligence Committee, Jim Himes, and I served as a JAG for 4 years on active duty and then an additional 21 years in the reserves. And it is very clear, indisputable, that killing shipwreck survivors is a war crime. And we know that the lawmakers who saw the video agree that these 2 survivors had no means of communication, no radios. They had no ability to go anywhere, and their boat was hit. And we also know that there were other boat strikes where, in fact, the United States did go in and rescue the survivors. This was one of the very first boat strikes, and it appears that the Pentagon definitely changed their policy after what happened with this second strike.
So Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth said that this all happened during the fog of war and that the admiral acted correctly. You know about how things happen in these moments. What do you think should have happened rather than that second so-called double tap strike then?
They should have done what they did with another subsequent strike on the boat. They should have rescued the survivors. The whole concept why we even, for example, have prisoners of war is you don't just shoot up the enemy if they're defenseless and if they are not capable of doing anything other than surviving in debris in the water. I mean, it is just a subtle part of the law of war that you don't go ahead and kill shipwreck survivors. And that's why we need an investigation by Department of Justice. And if the Trump Department of Justice does not investigate, I guarantee you a future administration will, because there are no statute of limitations to war crimes because of how heinous the act is.
What's your sense in Congress of a taste for such an investigation?
When Democrats flip the House, we're going to investigate. And again, because there's no statute of limitations, the next administration, I believe, will be a Democratic administration. They're going to investigate as well.
Okay, so while we have you and given your expertise, we've got to ask you about the other controversy facing Pete Hegseth, and that's, of course, the Pentagon watchdog's report that his Signalgate chats put American troops in danger. Representative Tammy Duckworth, who is also, and our viewers know this, is an Army National Guard veteran. She told CBS News that Hegseth should resign. Do you agree with that?
1,000%. Hegseth should have resigned much earlier when he leaked classified information on Signal. And both the Signalgate scandal as well as this war crimes issue, I urge the American people to see what Hegseth said at the very beginning. He denied both reports both times. So he basically lied to the American people until the facts came out and then confronted him. And then the war crimes case, he then threw Admiral Bradley under the bus.
Are you feeling like then on both points that it's going to take Democrats flipping the House or even potentially a future administration to get any traction on both of those points?
I do, unless the president concludes that having the news keep talking about Hegseth's dysfunction, his inability to lead, leads the president to ask him to resign.
All right, California Congressman Ted Lieu, we thank you so much for making time to have this conversation on CBS News 24/7. Come back, talk to us another time. Thank you.
Thank you.